Hello everyone, it is Warrior, and welcome to my 1 month update for my free-to-play account. 1 month ago from today, I created this free-to-play account, and today we're going to be breaking down what achievements I have made so far, how my progress is going, and what I think we can do to improve this account as we continue to progress. So, let's start this off by jumping right into our character inventory. And first off, you're going to see things sorted by favorites, and we could talk about that for a second. We're trying to farm up our teams to get Padme, trying to get Jedi Knight Raven and Darth Raven, as well as building off of a few key characters such as Bounty Hunters and Darth Vader. A little bit of Empire action because I think these characters are going to be very, very important in the long term. But if we sort by power here, you'll be able to see my top characters and just exactly everything about them. So right now, I am level 66. I haven't had a chance to take my top team up to a 66 yet. In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. And my top team is Geonosians, so I'll be taking all my Geonosians up to a level 66, and that is the team I use for Arena. That is the team I use for Galactic War. That is the team I use for pretty much any event where I can use any dark side team or any team for that matter. It is the best team that I have on my roster by a long shot, and they're very, very good. Thanks to the Geonosian Brood Alpha, and we were able to unlock the Geonosian Brood Alpha thanks to the amazing Galactic Chase event that came out just a few weeks ago. That thing was amazing, and I would never be able to be having as much progress as I am right now in the squad arena as well as Galactic War without this guy. So, as you can see, I got a few 7-star characters, which is good. I'm still working on getting all the main characters I'm going to be running up to a 7 stars. I have a few crew members. If we can sort by crew members, you'll see I'm trying to build up crew members. So we have Geonosian Soldier, Sunfac, Geonosian Spy, Ahsoka Tano, Jedi Counselor, Grand Moff Tarkin, and the TIE Fighter pilot. Right now, these are the guys that I'm using. Pretty soon, we will replace TIE Fighter pilot and Jedi Counselor because they're not the best for long term, but right now, they're a fine substitute for some of the better things like Vulture Droid or Hyena Bomber because we really don't have a whole lot of options since we just did recently unlock ships. And let's talk about ships next. We're rank 40 right now in ships. If we fight a few battles, we can probably get up top 30, I would say. But I am trying to farm enough ships where I will be able to get the best rewards that are required for ships. And the fleet arena is a great place where you can take your ships and punch them up to get some pretty good bang for their buck. Because one thing about ships that a lot of people overlook, there's no gear on ships. There's just the gear on the characters. So you don't need to gear up any of your ships. It's not like an extra thing. Just take the characters that you already have strong and upgraded. Like maybe you're going for First Order. You're going to want to use the TIE Silencer. You want to just take what characters that you have upgraded, in the beginning at least, because you don't have room to farm for every single ship in the game, and you want to work with what you have there. So I'm trying to star up all these characters, getting them through the Fleet Store, the Galactic War Store, and I did include some other ships on my favorites. I added the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter and the TIE Silencer, as well as, let's see, the Umbaran Starfighter. And why I did that, let me explain. Umbaran Starfighter, actually, I really don't need on the list right now because I'm not really farming him right now. But in the future, we'll go for him. But I don't know why I put him on the list. It might have been an accident. We're not going to talk about that right now. Why we have the First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter and the TIE Silencer. Well, first off, we need ships to get Zeta abilities, and we need a lot of dark side ships. So this was an easy dark side ship I thought I could farm. It's not showing up right now, but you can get this guy through the guild store, and I'm not spending any fleet currency or galactic war currency on him. Just fleet store trying to grind him up, and we are not even worrying about upgrading him right now because I'm hoping that the Geos will sort of be able to carry this event for me if I get them to around gear 10, maybe 11 to 12 on particular ones, and that should be able to carry the Zeta event, hopefully. I don't remember too well what the difficulty was like. And then the TIE Silencer, because eventually I would like to farm for a Galactic Legend on this account, and it's a far ways away. But the first one I will do will probably be Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, unless an easier way to access Relic 8s becomes available. Probably going to go for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren as my first Galactic Legend. And you're going to get the character as well as the ship for this node. It's only 10 energy. It's a decent farm. Once you 7-star your Kylo Ren Master, you're going to be getting tons of Shard Shop currency, which will help you buy gear like stun guns and stuff, because that's very important as you're moving forward. And that gives us just enough dark side ships to get a 5-star Executrix, which is needed to get Zeta ability materials. And the last ship we'll be using will be Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Starfighter, which is our 6th ship, not counting dark side, but that is needed to get Zeta materials, and it's confusing, but I'll probably make another video on that, just clarifying some things once we actually get close to that. But I would say that that's probably a good maybe probably even more than 2 weeks away. I would say 2 weeks minimum, but likely not. And yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of characters and ships. Just trying to farm up stuff, gear up stuff. I'm actually blessed to have a lot of Gear 7s and a lot of Gear 8s already. I'm trying to invest my gear tiers into my Geos, obviously, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4 Gear 8s now, and I think that's absolutely amazing. I should also be getting a Gear 8 Geonosian Spy very, very soon. We have 40 out of 50 of this, and we have 17 out of 20 of this. So very, very soon, I should be able to get a Gear 8 Spy, as well as a Gear 8 Pogba the Lesser. Very, very close for that as well. And that's going to be awesome. We're going to have a full team of Gear 8 Geos just after a month of making progress, and it's just going to keep going up from there, guys. I mean, my Geo's gear level isn't going to keep going up forever, but this account and its progress is just absolutely amazing. We're almost at 200,000 galactic power now, and I'm not trying to like bloat my power. I'm not like promoting. I could promote a lot of characters that are pretty useless. I'm not trying to bloat my power, guys. I'm just being efficient with what I farm, and that's why I have so much power, because I'm trying to be efficient and upgrade the best things that are going to help me out. Now, I'm going to briefly talk about mods. Mods are a painful part of this game for many. However, I try to embrace them as much as possible, and I just try to go through them every once in a while to try to add mods to characters that are missing. And I'm just starting to finally get a wider um, a wider amount of options for which mods I can use. I've been just doing health mods up to this point, but now, hopefully starting tomorrow, I can finally start to go for some other types of mods like speed mods, offense mods, critical damage mods, because these mods are super, super duper important, and they're going to want to be used endgame for a lot of characters like attackers and characters that need to be taking the first turn in battle, or it could determine the fate of who wins. But health is a pretty solid option for Geos nonetheless, so I would say that we are doing good in terms of mods. And that's pretty much it for the collection portion of this, at least for now. I'm just going to kind of go over each game mode briefly, the ones that are important at least. Let's stop by at guilds. We're in a great guild, and I'm very happy we're able to do all the heroic raids, except for the challenge tier pit raid. We can't do that one yet. Just making some good progress unlocking the raid characters, as well as at level 65 we unlocked the territory battles and territory wars, which is huge because it's going to be giving us access to Zeta ability materials, as well as currency to buy ships like the Malevolence. And let's go ahead, help out our guild real quick here. I can't complete any of these battles, but I can still donate my very small amount of characters to help fight for the cause, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Just deploy these guys to help out the guild. But speaking of the malevolence, you can get malevolence by completing these territory battles. Once they end, you get the rewards. Speaking of the malevolence, there is another galactic chase, and I probably should have made a very quick video, but you probably saw it, so I just decided not to. I'm farming this thing like crazy. I'm definitely not going to be able to unlock it. I'm probably going to get around, I originally said somewhere from 90 to 100, but now I'm kind of leading towards the spectrum of like 80 to 90. And that's just where I think how many shards I'm going to get. But we're making good progress on this guy, and we're going to go for malevolence first, just because we already have such a huge start. I would normally say always go for negotiator first, but since we're taking such a heavy interest into the geos on this account, I'm leaning towards going for malevolence first, and hopefully getting ahead of the curve on Fleet Arena. My light side, dark side battles, I've went ahead and 3-starred all that I can, and I'm just simming what I said in my farming guide, simming for all these characters for Jedi Knight Raven, Darth Raven, and just trying to progress in the long term rather than farming out gear pieces that I'm going to get eventually, like going in here, farming this gear piece. Like I can just be patient and wait and get it in a challenge, which some free-to-play people might do, and I think that's a pretty big mistake that a lot of people might be making. But in terms of ranking, it's pretty awesome that I can finish one. I finished really good today. I finished 141, and if I'm refreshing, you'll see here, all these teams are way better than me. If you forgot, this is my team. Yeah, 46,000 power. A pretty weak team, and you got to be really picky with what you fight and what you go up against, because it's not easy, and I've finished top 200 for the past like 4 days now, and I'm hoping that I can hold that now that I'm getting some good progress and catching up. But I don't find it likely for me finishing in the top of this for a very, very long time, because people are making some great progress and they're getting close to unlocking stuff. Well, maybe not this guy, but a lot of these people are getting close to unlocking stuff like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren already. They have a lot of the requirements, and I just don't want to see myself at the top of this for a while. However, the Fleet Arena, on the other hand, I think I have opportunity. And okay, now someone has Malevolence, which is just ridiculous. I don't know how they got that so fast. But it's very, very new, and I definitely see room for opportunity. This guy's a hacker, by the way. It's impossible for him to be up here because there's a wall of hyperdrive characters, and his ships aren't even that good. But we'll be finishing top 50 for a while, which does give us 50 crystals, and hopefully eventually, as we push towards level 85 and unlock the malevolence, we can, at the minimum, be probably looking for top 10, or maybe top 20, we'll probably be looking from anywhere from top 20 to top 10, which is a huge amount of crystals, and that's going to help our account out tremendously. Let's quickly go ahead. I'm going to talk about the Galactic War, and I kind of got to brag a little bit here. It's such a huge accomplishment. I feel like this is one of my biggest accomplishments, even though I know it's not really that big of an accomplishment, and I wouldn't have got to do it without the Geonosian Brood Alpha, but I have not failed a single Galactic War. I'm at 27 completions already, and there's no question in my mind we're going to reach 50 completions before we reach level 85, and it's just going to be a matter of me fighting it until I'm level 85, which I don't mind to do with the Geos. It's super easy, and I don't have to worry about it. I pretty much full auto the whole thing, except for the hard battles, and right before the hard battles, I'll take it off auto to make sure my abilities are on cooldown. But that's absolutely fantastic, and I'm pretty stoked about that. And I pretty much think that is going to be it. That's pretty much all the big accomplishments I have going on right now. And to wrap this video up, I'm going to go ahead and do a Fleet Arena battle, because I know that I have not done a Fleet Arena battle with my... Yeah, I don't think I've done a Fleet Arena battle yet on this channel. So I'm going to do a fleet arena battle. I'm going to kind of show you the team I'm running right now and just talk about ships a little bit more because I wanted to go over this at some point. We have the fleet challenges where I told you we need to farm ships up to get the stars on them. That's very important where we can get our resources to upgrade our fleet as well as our characters too. And then we also have fleet battles where I'm also doing pretty well on. I've unlocked stage 2, just unlocked stage 2 yesterday. And we're already able to start farming this in energy node as well as through the stores occasionally. So that's good. That's going to speed up the farm on him because I've noticed he isn't popping up as much compared to the soldier and the spy. He seems like a little bit more rare, and right now we don't need to farm a whole lot in the fleet store, so I'm farming for this guy, as well as we do get a little bit of bonus gear here. I do need 20 of these for my Geonosian soldier, and I probably will need these sometime in the future, so right now, it's definitely not a useless battle to farm, so I'm going to be farming that. As well as, I believe there's a Bast-Lashan node here sometime, so probably tomorrow, I'm going to go tomorrow or in the next couple days because I need to, once I unlock Sunfac, I need to upgrade him and get a fleet that can 3-star these battles, but I'll go ahead and start farming Bast-Lashan here too, as long as I have the energy. Fleet Arena, we got hyperdrive people, we got regular people. It's the same thing that we deal with in other situations. And I don't know if I can beat this team, but we're going to go for it. It's 62,000 power, and we're going to go for it. We have a lot more power, but they do have all 3 Geos, so I think it's going to be a pretty good battle, and let's just see how this goes. Here we go. When I'm fighting against Geos, what I like to do, if you hit the spy, he's just going to go under stealth. The Sunfac, he's going to be taunting anyways, but he's so hard to take out. I like to open up with a big hit on the Geonosian soldier, and if you can take the Geonosian soldier off, that's going to be really good because he assists and he has some good attacks. He deals some big damage, so that's my strategy. I like to go for the soldier first, just absolutely delete him, and I think we have a pretty decent start. And let's go ahead and clean up Ahsoka a little bit. And I encourage you guys to read fleet abilities, embrace them. Even if fleet is not the most exciting thing, just try to embrace it and see what you can get out of it. Let's actually call in this guy so we can get some protection up. And all right, let's clean up Ahsoka a little bit here. Give her some protection up. I don't want to hit that guy because he has counterattack. Well, come on, big hit. There we go. He's in the red. He's almost dead. Let's see if we can get him out. Beautiful. Now, in Fleet Arena, you do not have to worry about your ships dying. In the fleet battles, however, it is a little bit, a lot more tricky, I should say, because you're not allowed to borrow any allies. You just have to use your fleet. And if more than one of your ships dies, then you are going to have to, unfortunately, play the battle over again if you want to get the 3 stars. So it's kind of strict, and I do not dislike it. I think it's good. I think they need to add more difficulty to the PvE environment in terms of the game. However, I just don't like when they require heavy gear for it. I'm not saying go make everything require relic 8s to fight. No, I'm just saying, like, don't require, like, make it possible with relic like 5s or relic 3s, just make it insanely difficult. So it gives the people incentive to try a challenge, like when the gas event came out, or when events came out and people are trying to do it with the bare minimum gear. Like, let's bring that back. That's just so fun. Not to say that like they're not making good updates, because they're definitely making really good changes, and I'm happy with how things are going right now. But there is stuff that they could do to improve the game, and there is stuff that I would like to see just to make this game even more amazing, because this is my favorite game and I love playing this game. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.